All right, I want to start with lake levels. A lot of you have been asking, how did Canyon do? How did Medina Lake do? Well, here are the answers. Very well. You know, we're still way behind as far as these lake levels are concerned, but what a jump. I mean, we see that Canyon's almost 62% full now, still about 20 feet off the conservation pool, and it's up 10.5 feet since last week. And you can see Medina, I remember it was only 2.4% full last time I saw it. It was even lower, I think, at one point recently, and now up to 4.7. So it's really doubled, but it's still 85 feet below conservation pool, and it went up a little more than 8 feet. You can see Buchanan and Travis as well, but some good news. All right, so let's take a look at radar. More good news in a sense. We've got some heavy storms off to the south of San Antonio now. This line extending east down towards Cuero and Victoria. This is marching right up 281, so it's in between Somerset and Elmendorf and right over 1604. And now probably going to be producing, as you can see, a little bit of lightning. So as it drifts off to the north, this will be a heavy downpour, but it won't be anything severe. These are all, again, tropical in nature. Pleasanton getting a good thunderstorm now as well, and it's a little bit more isolated. The showers that are out to the west and perhaps threatening an area we do not want to see another drop is, this is the encouraging news, is that as it lifts north of Kerrville, you can see it kind of raining itself out, still holding on a bit. Also, this huge area of rain is dying down near Sonora and Rock Springs, just kind of making it into Edwards County. And that was the reason for some of the flood warnings up to the north. The flood watch is in effect until 7. I'm expecting the National Weather Service to allow that to expire in a few hours, but you can, or less than 3, but you can see the amount of flash flood warnings that are still out there way up to our north, and again crossing right down I-10. So there again is some drying. Water vapor is the X-ray of the atmosphere. This will show you that there is a pool of drier air building in to the Texas Hill Country. There's still plenty of moisture out there. That's the other problem. And the Severe Prediction Center says we still have an excessive rain outlook that puts our area of Kerrville in a 2 to level 3 risk of excessive rain and flooding through tonight. And that also extends to level 2 down to Bernie before you go to a level 1 for Bexar County. And now future radar says what we were looking at marching north continues to march north into the city, and by 7 o'clock has decent coverage across San Antonio. And then that's it for the night, and we're done. And then tomorrow you can see in the afternoon hours some pretty good downpours between Victoria and Hallettsville in daytime heating, and then right into San Antonio about 6 o'clock tomorrow as well. The second model. This is not as much rainfall. You can see that by noon tomorrow, some action to the south and east, also pushing up into the city. So the models are in good agreement that there will be something developing south on Tuesday, marching northwest. But as far as where we need to see some dry conditions for a while, we're definitely going to expect to stay there. Now, here's good tropical moisture. This is the precipitable water outlook, and you can see the forecast on this keeps most of the higher amounts of precipitable water into East Texas, as we start seeing things dry from west to east. 14-day forecast time, rain chances are going down. We're looking at about a 30% chance Tuesday with what I showed you moving in from the coast, and then only an isolated shower at a 20% chance Wednesday. Weather impact alerts for Thursday, Friday as Saharan dust is expected to thicken. An isolated shower can't be ruled out this upcoming weekend, the 12th and 13th. Highs will be closer to the mid-90s by then, and you can even see some upper 90s waiting for us next week, Henry.